Well, hello everybody. We are back for another episode of So Get This, and we have the lovely Shannon with us today from Chicke and Bean, who designs the most amazing supernatural inspired t-shirts. Say hi,
Hi.
Shannon. Hello, all of you out there. We're going to have a contest at the end of the show like we always do, a trivia contest. So if you are going to want to compete for the prize, you need to be logged into Insticator, so please make sure you're logged in. Otherwise, if someone named Passenger in the chat window gets the right answer, I can't give you the prize because I don't know who you are. Well, welcome, Shannon. I'm so excited. So
Yeah.
excited. So, what you wearing?
I'm wearing actually one of the favorite ones that I've done. There ain't no me if there ain't no you. So yeah.
Damn
Um,
Skippy.
yeah. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. This is like my first time doing this kind of thing, so.
Yeah, because the last time you were kind of like on the other side making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, so I was more comfortable making you uncomfortable, so.
What are friends for? There we go. Speaking of friends, I just wanted to take a minute to thank everybody because, as some of you might be aware, this has been a little bit of a challenge in my life at the moment, and um, I'm trying not to get upset because part of my problem is I've been going through a lot of stuff, a lot of personal things that have been very hard for me, and I just wanted to thank everybody out there in the SPN family for being so encouraging and supportive, and that's people like Shannon, who's my best friend, um, and the Winchester brothers, Instigator, Carrie. Wow, I can't even think straight because that's where my brain is these days. I almost forgot to send the link to Instigator to get the show up and running. That's just to give you an idea of where I am. But I do also want to give a shout out to Andy, who on Twitter is at TeganJ42. And the reason why she's getting a special shout out is because she was the very first person to purchase a necklace from the Rock the Monkey campaign. I'm very pleased to announce that the Rock the Monkey campaign is live. It's a fundraiser I'm doing for Random Acts, and I've gotten official approval to do that, and I started rolling out necklaces and earrings today. So thank you all, and I am going to now take Shannon and make her a little uncomfortable. She looks too comfortable over there.
I got my pillow on.
No! Throw the pillow away. No pillows.
Too bad.
Okay, so tell us. Okay, because you know how professional I am, and I never have questions at the ready, so I'm going to read them off my phone. Tell us about your creative background and how you combined your creative background with your love of supernatural.
I've been blessed to be working the last 4 years in the advertising world. I'm an advertising executive by trade. So I work with a lot of great, talented people. I also get to input my ideas, and the studio that I work with gets to make everything happen. And also growing up, like my family is very, I guess, artsy, you want to say, music. My dad, was a great drawer. My sister can draw. We've all played instruments and stuff like that. So we have kind of a very artsy-fartsy background, and we're crazy kind of creative people. So, I'm a very big lover of all things supernatural. And it's not just the TV show. It's like, ghosts and stuff like that. So anyway, so my love of that brought me to find Supernatural, the TV show, and all of the sayings just always hit. Every episode, there's always one or two like little sayings that come from Dean, like Sam, Bobby, and I thought that would look freaking great on a shirt. I would love to put that on a shirt and walk into a room and have that be a conversation piece. So that's sort of where everything came about, and I was fortunate enough to work with somebody who's very talented and was able to help design with me, and we came up with the shirts. So that's
Which are incredible.
oh, thanks.
They really, really are. I mean, you have had a couple of pretty well-known people taking some of your shirts. Like, why don't you tell us who has your shirts?
Well, actually, Sam Smith. She was the first one to own one of my shirts. Geez, I'm in the hot seat right now, so my brain has kind of gone to mush.
It rhymes with had a techie.
Oh, Jared's sister, yeah, Jared's sister. She had. Yeah, you have one, you know.
I have one.
You're pretty well known. So.
And didn't you send one to someone that rhymes with duck faster?
Yes, Master. She has one of my shirts. So yeah.
Yes, she does. Oh, we've got Carrie. Hi, Carrie. She's saying hi to us.
Why not me?
Because she couldn't see you. Yes. The photo bomber extraordinaire. All right, go back in color. Thank you. Did she just draw my arm? Okay. Anyway, so why don't you tell, you have this great shop which is on Etsy, and it's called Chicke&Bean. Can you tell us a little bit about where you got the name from?
Well, it's actually a nickname. It came from a nickname that my dad used to call all three of us. I have two younger sisters when we were little. So he would, you know, his term of endearment for us was either Chicke Bean, hairball, because we always had like really long hair. So he would call us hairball or Chicke Bean. So I thought, you know, I had to sort of use that because my dad, he's passed away, and I just kind of wanted to, because he gave me the creative background, I wanted to implement him somehow, and it just kind of came to me one day like that, and I was just like, Chicke&Bean. So yeah, that's how the name came about, and I thought it was cute, it was fun. It sort of represented what the business is all about, because I like to do shirts for adults, and I'm slowly getting into shirts and onesies for kids. So I'm a new mom myself, so Chicke&Bean kind of fit all around, and it was kind of like my green light to go forward with everything. So that's the story behind the name.
And it has a great tagline too. Why don't you tell us what your tagline is?
Personality all its own, because I guess you kind of wear your heart, you wear your feelings, like, you know, the saying is you wear your heart on your sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing your personality on your shirt. So like I said, you walk into a room and it's like a great conversation piece. So that's where the personality bit came from.
You know, that's very true, especially at conventions, because we're also on hyper alert to see what everybody's wearing, what everybody's doing. And, you know, for you and me, when we're working at the cons, you know, we're kind of like just stuck behind our tables. So a big source of entertainment for us is just to have people come to our tables and see what they're wearing, what their shirts are wearing, you know, what their shirts are wearing. Yeah, my brain. To see what their shirts say, just get inspiration. It's fun, so I can totally relate to that.
Everyone that passes by our tables at the cons are a very big source of inspiration for us, because they're the ones that tell us, like, yes, I like that, that's great, you know, not so much. So you get the feel of what everyone is sort of feeling, and you want to speak to them. You want them to wear exactly what makes them feel comfortable.
Exactly, and I think that's part of what sets your product out from a lot of other people, because you're willing to customize. So if you have something, because I saw, you know, when people were coming over to your table and they had something very specific in mind, and it was something that you didn't have with you, but you were willing to work with them and help them actually create their own shirt, and, you know, they just get it, you know, later shipped to them. But it's that level of what's the word that I'm looking for? Customization? Is that the word? Customization. And I think that really sets you apart from a lot of other shirt designers. Will you please? She wants to hold a sign up. I'm sorry. Wait, it has to be, you have to show her the right way so it shows up the wrong way or something like that. Can you read that?
Wait, you're showing it is perfect. You're awesome, Shannon. Aw.
Yeah.
Raven.
Okay.
Wait, this isn't bad.
No. Now you need to go sit because I'm talking. Raven.
Awesome.
She's all mine, guys. Okay.
I want to play something.
Okay, close the door because I can hear your brothers screaming.
Because
Okay.
I'm really bored.
What is your favorite design that you've done?
Probably the Demon Girl. I would say Demon Girl. I should have, I'm sorry, just running around taking care of baby and stuff like that. I should have brought it. It's way in the other room, so I won't do that. But,
Well, I have it.
yes.
I could have Raven get it when she comes back in.
Yeah, well, you can also visit the Etsy page or my Facebook page, and it's a picture of demon eyes, and it has Demon Girl in, like, almost like, bloody scroll kind of. I don't know how you would describe
It looks like it's scratched into the shirt.
like claw scratched into the shirt. Yeah, so that was one of my favorite designs. As soon as I saw those eyes, when Jensen opened those eyes, I knew I had to do something with that. So it did, and then perfect. Demon Girl, it just all fit together. So that was a big seller in Las Vegas. Yeah, a lot of people bought the Demon Girl shirt. Yeah.
Lots of demon girls out there.
Yeah.
We like demon. What would you say is your proudest moment? And it could be not only about the work that you've done, but just in general. What is your proudest moment?
I would say the proudest moment was, and I know you probably hear this a lot, but I would say is becoming a mom. It took us a long time to get there, and we thought, we weren't going to be, blessed with a child in our lives, and we were ready to move on from that and sort of live a life, without kids. We kind of accepted it as best we could, and then we let the guard down, I guess, and then literally like 2 weeks after going, okay, we're gonna go travel, this and the rest of it, I got pregnant.
Callum said, "Oh, hell's no."
I'll be 40 next year, and yeah, it's the biggest blessing of my life, and he's the biggest gift, and the proudest moment was when I brought him into this world, and watching him every day, all I do is feel proud as a mom, watching him grow every day, and man, does it go by fast.
It does.
It's crazy how fast it goes by. So I would say that's my proudest moment. Nothing, other than, meeting my husband and getting married and stuff like that, nothing. Callum's it. What?
Carrie put a really cool comment here. She was saying that she would like your Chicke and Bean tagline on a shirt.
Oh yeah?
Just a Chicke and Bean shirt with the tagline on it, which I think you said you were looking into doing that at one point, weren't you?
Yeah, and I thought, because it would be like for personal use when I'm at like cons and stuff like that, but if people are open to wearing my logo, that would be so awesome. Yeah, thank you, Carrie.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
We could be walking billboards.
yeah, exactly. Carrie will soon be a walking billboard for me. I've sent her a few good.
Carrie's going to be like walking billboard for the both of us between the shirts and the jewelry. Carrie, like, we're going to start paying you. Why don't we? Raven, come here. Demon Girl.
Demon
Do you remember the shirt that Shannon gave me? Can you find it? It's in your dresser drawer, I believe.
But it's too big.
I know, but bring it in so that we can show the universe. And she left the door open, so if you hear lots of screaming, that's my family playing Mortal Kombat. Nice family game, where they rip legs off and beat you with it. It's really fun.
I love playing Mortal Kombat in the arcades.
Did you really? I never. Now my age is showing.
Mine too.
Wait, she made it?
Shannon designed this shirt.
But how?
All right, shh. Here we go. Demon Girl.
You spelled it wrong.
No, it's spelled perfectly. Demon.
Yeah, but
demon.
in there it's
Oh, okay. And you did it in white, and you also did the reverse too, didn't you?
Yeah, so if you go to the Etsy page, the Chicke and Bean Etsy page, or, on Facebook, I'm even on Twitter, so you'll find images on all three of those social media sites.
Why don't we, do you know offhand the address for your Etsy shop? I'll type it into the chat window.
Yep, it's Chicke and Bean .etsy.
And spelled out?
Yeah.
Okay.
.etsy.com.
Etsy.com. Okay, I've typed chickie&bean.etsy.com into the chat window. So if you are all so inclined to please go check out Shannon's wares there. Why don't we talk about the Hiatus project?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess, like, I just kind of had an epiphany the other day, and immediately I just sort of texted Jody and thought, well, what do you think about a collaboration of sorts? And I thought, like, I've been fortunate enough to be around this SBN community for a while, and I have a friend, a close friend, Cliff Kosterman, who is the bodyguard for Jared and Jensen. And through dealing with him and his bodyguard for J&J shirts, that was a previous collaboration. I got to know the community really well, and I know people's hearts just go into instant turmoil once Hiatus, comes, once the end of the season is here for Supernatural. And I thought, like, what a kind of an awesome idea would it be for Jody and I to collaborate to create sort of a, what's the word that we used? A care package, like a
Yeah, exactly. A Hiatus care package.
Something to get you through the Hiatus until the beginning of the season. So yeah, I'm not gonna give too much more details because it's gonna be something pretty cool that we're gonna release soon. I mean tomorrow is like the last episode of the season, so it'll be within a couple days from there that we'll have this package available to you guys. So yeah, it's something that we're pretty excited about, and I hope you guys really enjoy it.
Yeah, we hope so. I mean, when Shannon approached me with the idea, I'm like, oh my God, that sounds incredible. So she and I are working really hard to try to figure out what exactly it is that we are going to be doing. We have some really good ideas. We just have to flesh them out a little bit more. You need to close that door because I could hear your father screaming. And it's not because of anything that I'm inflicting on him, so I don't want to hear it. Bye. Yeah, family. Okay, so Carrie has she wrote, Jody, I love your jewelry, and Shannon, your designs are awesome, and I can't wait to wear them. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie is one of our staunchest supporters, and she's like the genuine, the real authentic definition of SPN family. If I've ever, I mean, and she needs a Hiatus care package. It hasn't even started yet, and she needs the care package. I know I'm going to be there too. I'm going to be like in the same boat. Like I almost gave away what one of our designs was. No, anyway. So let's switch to another question, shall we? Okay, this is the question that I ask every guest that I have because it's shallow, meaningless, and brings out the worst in all of us. So you're stranded on an island. Could be any island of your choice except for Staten Island. You don't want to be there. I've been there, trust me. So you're stranded on an island, and you can have only one SPN character, not an actor, the SPN character. Let's make that distinction. Who would it be and why?
It's hard. It's hard because there's
That's what she said. Sorry.
There's literally a piece of everyone that I would love to have on that island to, solidify ultimate survival. But I think if I were to choose anyone, oh, that's hard. Because to be honest, like I'm focusing on on Sam and Dean.
Right.
Those would be the two that I would pick from. Yeah, because Bobby, he's just yeah, no. I couldn't see spending a lot of time with a guy like that.
Lovable but grouchy.
Yeah, exactly. Oscar the Grouch. I don't know. You know what? Let's go. I would say let's go with Dean. Ultimately, because when it comes
Has
down,
nothing to do with how incredible he looks, right?
I was
Yeah.
actually going. I was actually thinking about when it comes down to it, like he would literally do anything. And I know Sam would do anything, but there's more of a there's something more that I believe in that character of Dean that would
Mhm.
go the extra mile to ensure that both of us are like safe, fed, that kind of thing. Like Sam, I think maybe is a little bit softer, and that would make me nervous in regards to fighting off wild animals and stuff. So yeah, so like the tough, rugged, show no emotions kind of guy, I think would make me feel safe and I don't know, secure.
Well, Dean has accepted your invitation, so he'll be. Um, seriously, Goodwill. I have no idea if anybody out there knows what this is, because this is not Dean, but for 49 cents, he's Dean now. So there's a B on the bottom of his shoe, and it says "Boy Serious," which makes me think that this is like In Sync re-envisioned or something, and which makes me kind of scared to hold this. This could have some kind of mystical qualities that I don't want in my house. But
Voodoo doll.
it it even has green eyes. I mean, really, they're channeling the plaid and everything. See, but getting back to
I drink my tea. Yes, I'm from Canada, y'all. I'm from Canada.
no, you're from Canada, A. I'm from Tennessee, y'all.
Relate. No.
But getting back to why you would choose Dean, that resonates a lot. Do you find, because I noticed you were very careful about how you worded why Dean over Sam, and I find myself doing that at times, especially when I'm at a convention, because sometimes there are people that take it very personally.
You know what? The people that take it very seriously also have to realize that there are other people that have opinions as well. So what I have to say is, I don't understand why people are so quick to jump at each other's throats. I think everyone has to take everything with a grain of salt because everybody has their own opinions. And
Yeah.
if the world were perfect, it would be pretty fucking boring. That's all I have.
Absolutely. When I
Sorry.
absolutely when I was interviewing the Winchester Bros a few weeks ago, was that a few weeks ago already? They were joking. One of my questions to them was, you have three people with such distinct personalities. How do you manage to work together and not want to rip each other's heads off, because you have three clearly strong-willed women who are very comfortable with who they are, very comfortable with their opinions, and are not apologetic by a long shot. And those are such admirable qualities. And there was a running joke that they had, like, It's okay. That's your opinion, but you're wrong. And they would laugh it off. And I think that
Sorry, go
if
ahead.
if more of us took that kind of an approach, it would be a happier place. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, that's okay. I cut you off. To me, that is the epitome or like the exact definition of the word community. Everybody is cut from a different cloth. We have our own opinions. As much as we can come together and, agree on certain things, agree to disagree. I mean, that's what makes things exciting. That's what I don't know what I'm trying to explain that. You have to have difference in order to be like a whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, not everybody comes with all the pieces. We each have our own piece, and together, which, however kumbaya corny it sounds.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're thinking one way, I come in and throw out, another direction of thinking, and that's something that you've never even thought of before, and it opens up your mind to go elsewhere, to expand your thoughts, right? So
Exactly.
Sam lovers, there's Dean lovers, there's Dean haters, there's Sam haters, everyone's, all about the cast but what everyone has to realize is that there needs to be variety, because if there isn't variety, then life would be as boring as hell in the SPN community.
It would be. It would be.
But you can't be so mean to one another. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to be so mean to one another. So
Yeah. It's upsetting, when I see, I'm grateful that, I don't get a lot of the drama that gets thrown out there. But it comes my way at times. I don't know if I mentioned this on a previous episode, but I actually had somebody approach me on Tumblr telling me that I should not use the photo of Misha shopping at my table when I post pictures of my jewelry, because this person belonged to some kind of community on Tumblr, and forgive me if I'm getting the terminology wrong because I'm not I'm a tech moron, but they belong to a group or something on Tumblr, and even though it is a cast-dedicated community, when they see pictures of Misha, it triggers things, quote unquote, triggers things. So I should change the way I do my business because someone gets triggered when they see a picture of Misha Collins.
Yeah, but that's their problem. It's not yours.
Well, that's why I still post my pictures with Misha Collins, because, okay, you can don't follow me, which works, or you can stop looking at pictures of Misha Collins.
Therapist or somebody, would say to help you out, avoid your triggers. Avoid your triggers as much as possible. I know it's not humanly possible 100% of the time, but you do your best to remove yourself from those kinds of situations so you're not met with, something that's going to trigger your anxiety, your anger, your sadness, that sort of stuff. And I apologize if you don't agree with me on that subject, viewers out there, but that's sort of one of my coping mechanisms, is to avoid as much as possible. Like, why put yourself in that kind of situation? Now, I mean, if you have to go there because it's part of the way you earn your bread and butter, then that's a different story. There's other mechanisms that you can use to cope with that kind of stuff. But extracurricular kind of thing, like, just don't do it. Like, don't cause trouble. Don't put yourself out there so that you get upset and stuff like that. Sorry, that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
That's your opinion. It's okay. You're wrong. No, I mean, everything that you said resonates really strongly with me, because I feel the same way. The situation that I'm experiencing right now is exactly that. There are certain things that I know put me in a bad place, and why am I going to subject myself to that? I can't. It's not healthy to do that. So I'm doing what's best for me. I'm doing what's best for my family, and that's what you do. You have to take care of yourself. You're not gonna. I mean, anyone who willingly subjects themselves to something that they know triggers horrible things, that's kind of, masochistic, isn't it? So, I mean, I I don't know. I can't think of another more intelligent way of saying it, but I agree with you 100%. And Carrie is also chiming in. Thank you, Carrie. She agrees with everything that we're saying too. And what we're trying to say, I know that maybe some of what we're saying is coming across as harsh, and that's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to say is everybody, this community has so much room for everyone. And you shouldn't have to apologize for what you like and what you don't like. There's this whole thing with, you have to stay canon, and then you have people who have their own, they write their own fanfic or whatever, and then there's these clashes. People, it's kind of like the Sharks and the Jets at the cons, to see who's wearing what shirt, and who's gonna bitch each other out, and that's not what the fandom's about. It really isn't. And I mean, from our experience, I think that we see it, not very often, but I mean, at every con I've ever been to, yes, I've heard there's some kind of drama in one way, shape, or form over something as insignificant as, human cast versus angel cast,
Yeah.
Or Demon Dean versus Soulless Sam. People getting into arguments like these have life-changing ramifications. It's upsetting.
Enough, it may have life-changing ramifications for some people out there, but at the same time, treat people how you want to be treated. Do you not that, Jensen and Jared and Jim and Misha, do you not think they know how to take care of themselves? And do you not think they know how to let things roll off their shoulders? Just let it go. It doesn't have to eat at you. It doesn't have to affect you the way it does. And I know that's harder for some people to wrap their mind around it, because the mind is a powerful thing. We've seen that over the last few weeks with first Jared, and then Jared and Jensen's, campaign to keep fighting.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to do, is we have to tell people that we understand where you're coming from, but we can help you. It doesn't have to be that way. We can help you, get around things. We can help you deal with things. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to think that you're the only one in the world with these issues, because there's someone out there who loves you and who will help you and do whatever they can to see that you're happy. All I ever want to do is see the people around me and total strangers. I just want to see people happy. There's so much happy in the world nowadays, because it's no longer a 9 to 5. It's like, who's got to make the most money, who, got to stay late because this client wants this and that. There's so much pressure and stress involved around the day-to-day to make, your bread and butter, that, it's rampant out there. It doesn't have to be like that. There's ways to deal with things, and don't feel embarrassed, and don't feel like you're a loser, and, the people who, okay, put it this way, the people who will leave you in these situations, they're not even worth knowing. That's true. If they taught you a few things, let them leave. Let them go, because they're not helping you. They're not helping you. You need to find people who are there for you and who will help you, whether it's a stranger on the help phone line, whether it's your next door neighbor, it's a guy in the grocery store, it's a kid that you're watching on the park bench that makes your heart feel good. There's all these little things that can help you out there, and it doesn't have to be that bad for you. Like, send me an email. You're feeling down, email me, send me a message on Facebook. Like, I will help you. I just don't want to see people, in that dire need of, feeling so helpless. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. I'm there for you. So, sorry.
You always have been. You always have been. I mean, and when Shannon says she's there for you, I mean that she is going to be there for you. It's I'm sorry, I'm a little overwhelmed. It's um, like I said, it's been a time lately for me, and Shannon's been helping me pull through a lot of it. It's been hard, and um, the community, I think, a part of, aside from a genuine love for the show, I think a lot of us are at these conventions or in these online communities or whatever because there's a connection that we have amongst each other too that started because of the show and continues because of who you are and who we are. And that's who you need to rely on, in times where you're feeling overwhelmed. And Carrie actually is rescuing me with a comment here. She wrote, this community has so many passionate views and they should all be shared and respected. You don't have to agree with everything, but there should never be hate, and that everyone in the SPN family will be greeted with an open mind and kindness from me. Thank you, Carrie, and that's true. I've never seen anything, but I mean, even when like Carrie is in upstate New York and gets hit hard in the winters, and even when she's getting buried under like feet of snow, she has a happy face. Like she'll like with a happy face, like nothing flusters you. At least if it does fluster you, you have excellent restraint, and you're a great role model because I would be F-bombing it away. So, but getting back to what your points were, Shannon, is that we do need to rely more on each other in a helpful way, in a positive way, and that is really, I think, an underlying theme that runs through from season 1 to now. How the relationships in the show show how they go to whatever lengths they need to do to be there for each other. Do they fuck up? Sure, because they're human and they fuck up like everybody else in life fucks up. But I think that's a very inspiring theme that runs through the show, where I don't even know if they intended on that message getting out to us, but I think that's what a lot of us clung to as we became more and more invested in the characters.
Yeah. Hell, if Dean can be friends with the King of Hell, and he can be friend of fire, then it's a lesson. If that's how you relate to, then just like turn it over, man. Like, just there's no room for that kind of crap anymore. Like, just strive to bring out. Like everyone will have their moments of downtime. I do. I mean, like I had a moment today where I just want to say fuck it. You know what I mean? But
Wow.
I pulled myself out of it and I got through it, because, my buddy Dave or something like that, somebody like that at work, made me laugh, made me giggle, so there's lots of ways to come through things. You just have to look for them and you have to believe. So, I don't know. I just don't like seeing people upset. And I need to see a smile on your face.
Well, you usually get one from me. You're one of the few people that can actually pull one out of me. Because when I'm in bitch mode, you've seen me at my worst, I think. Yeah, you've seen me at my worst. And we've been joined by Manila, who says, "Hi, loves. Sorry that she's late." Well, we love you, and we're so happy to see you that you're here. And what I wanted to do, oops, sorry, my handy question list, I had to reset it. We got really heavy on the content here. So let's lighten it up a smidge with fill in the blank. All you need is
music.
Music.
That's got me through a lot of stuff. Music.
Yeah. What do you have a particular type of music you go to for certain things, or?
I'm a big fan of country music. So I'm
Oh
constantly.
boy.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I love you.
I'm a big fan of country
I just live
music.
in Tennessee.
Places. Um, yeah, Graceland is one of my destinations. I also love Elvis Presley, so don't laugh at me because of that. I have an old soul, so it's everything from, I guess I would say, Motown to 60s and 70s classic rock. I like a few of the pop songs nowadays, dance music or whatever, but my go-tos are country music, Motown, and 60s and 70s rock. Yeah.
I've even seen you make comments on, I think it was Facebook, about classical music.
Oh yeah.
And, I was so blown away by that because, I mean, when I was younger, I played clarinet and I dabbled in some classical and some jazz and just over the years, it just wasn't something that was me. But I kind of just like compartmentalized that and forgot it and stuck it in a box in the back of my brain. So when I saw, you were listening to Beethoven's concerto, blah blah blah, like, oh wow, she's well rounded. It blew my mind.
Kind of like brings me back to the beginning of the session. Is my parents were very very like artsy fartsy people, so they were very well rounded into, like, we're a very big musical family. Like, I was in a band, my dad was in a band in the 60s called The Illusion. They had a song on the radio, they got beat out by Gordon Lightfoot. My
Oh
my uncle was in a band, my mom, did a little folk thing. And so I've always been surrounded by all types of music. Like, if you were to, I guess, put something in front of me like Bruce Springsteen, and then you were to put, say, I don't know, Michael Bublé or something in front of me, I would automatically be drawn to like Bruce Springsteen. So going back to the classical music, I would say Vivaldi, The Four Seasons would be the most well-rounded piece that I would go to as a form of therapy, I guess, to boost my mood, to enjoy, to calm, to soothe, kind of thing. Because my mom played a lot of that when I was younger. Phantom of the Opera, and then it would be Cyndi Lauper, and then there was Al Green, Aretha Franklin. Like, I've experienced so much music in my life that I really couldn't pick a favorite. I really couldn't, because
wow.
every piece of music makes me feel happy in some way. It makes me reminiscent. It makes me, happy, giddy. It brings out every single emotion in my life. And if I didn't have music, I'd probably be a different person. Probably would be a pretty different person. So every day I'm at work, it's either in my ears or it's playing at my desk. Like, I'm one of those people who can't study without music. Like, I have to have some sort of music in the background, and it's not noise, it's music. So
Mm-hmm.
I was working until like 11 o'clock last night, and the TV was on in the background, and I said to my husband, I was like, could you actually just switch it to one of the satellite radio stations or something, because I can't concentrate with the yapping, but I can concentrate with the music. So,
It gets into a groove.
that's my coping mechanism. It is music, I guess you could say, for me. Yeah. Yeah.
We have some comments from the chat room. So Carrie was saying her sister Gina played clarinet, and Manila said she used to as well, but she can't remember, and that you have eclectic taste, and that's awesome. My tastes are very different. Which we learned to live with when we were in Vegas, right? You actually were very kind and accommodating to add some of my to your playlist. So
because I'm a music lover, I will adapt to anything. There's some people who are like, nope, nope, can't listen to that. Nope, 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 can't listen to that. But I'm just like, I want to hear it all. I want to suck it in. I just want to hear. I like feeling what everybody's feeling. You know what I mean? I like I like to know. I like to know what, gets you going and stuff like that. So yeah, we partied to Green Day a little bit and some death metal, and I was fine with that. I'm not like, turn that shit off.
That's what I get in the car all the time. But if it's very funny. I never realized exactly how. I mean, my tastes aren't too narrow. I mean, I think I'm still not feeling the country, but there are. I mean, I haven't given it a fair shake either. I will admit, but what happens is when my kids are asked, well, what kind of music do you like? And then they start rattling off, oh, we like the Ramones, oh, we like Blondie, oh, we like the Clash. Oh, I'm like, oh shit, because that's all they hear. The only time they're listening to music is when they're in the car with me, and that's what they hear. They hear Green Day, they hear, like all this alternative, Nine Inch Nails and all this other stuff. I'm like, wow, okay, well, but also to my defense, they can tell you any Beatles song that's on the radio if you pick it. Oh, that's Magical Mystery Tour. Oh, that's
Yeah.
Blah, 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 Eleanor Rigby, anything. They're very good at that. They can name that tune in 3 notes usually when it comes to the Beatles. So I give myself cool mom points there. But
for my family, like the Beatles, that's what resonates. Like, to bring up a crappy situation, but at my dad's funeral, like I put together a slideshow and it had, or actually no, I did that for my wedding. I put together a slideshow and it had, pictures of family and friends, and it was to a Beatles tune. And, for my dad's funeral, we put music to that too. You know what I mean? Like, because we're a very big musical family. Like, every time I hear a Beatles tune, it's my dad. That's my dad's message to me that day. If I turn the radio on and I'm having a shit day, if I hear Beatles, that's him talking to me. It's a specific. It usually comes on when I hear it, and I know that's his message to me, like, chin up, chin up, Chicke Bean.
Is there a specific song, or is it any Beatles song?
In my life, there's that one. Actually, Rocky the Raccoon.
I love that.
I used to have a raccoon when I was little, and his name was Rocky. So Rocky Raccoon. There's a few songs. But yeah, But whenever I hear the Beatles, it's kind of like okay, I can get through this. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. I have that my mother passed when I was very young. And she died the year Dust in the Wind came out.
Yeah.
And that, I have very few memories of my mother, but the one thing that I remember very vividly was her cranking that song up very loudly, saying this was the best song ever. And that's one of my, so whenever, and it comes on at the damnedest times, too. Like, I remember, long story short, for reasons I'm not going to get into, family bullshit, I had not visited my mother's grave in a very long time. And, it was years. And so I didn't have a car at the time, but you needed a car to get to the cemetery. So I rented a car. I got Meryl and David in the car, and I said, we're going to go to the cemetery, damn it. Fuck what they say. I'm going to go, and I'm going to visit my mother's grave. I'm just going to go. So we get in the car, we go, and I got so lost on the way there. And I pulled over, and I said, I can't do this anymore. And then at that moment, the song came on the radio, like literally at that moment.
Yeah.
And so Meryl said, that's your mom saying it's okay. She gets it.
All I can tell you is, for those people out there who don't visit the grave of their past loved ones, all I can hear in my head is my dad saying, I'm not there. I'm not there. Because every time I go there, he's in a mausoleum. Every time I go there, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm paying respects, but I just hear him. He's like, I'm not here. I'm not here. So, you know what I mean? So, like, for
Yeah.
people who don't do that, don't feel bad, don't feel guilty because they're not there. They're here, they're there, they're in your child, they're just everywhere else. They're not in that central spot. But then if it's your place to feel better, then, by all means,
It
go.
was a matter of, I totally get what you mean. It was a matter of principle at that point. It was an affront to somebody else to do that. Um, but you're absolutely right, because that isn't where they are. They're here. They're in your living loved ones. They're not under the dirt
Yeah.
or in the wall or whatever. I get that.
I can
And it's good to hear that sometimes, because sometimes I forget that. Wow, I think it's time, because we have about 9 minutes left, so why don't you had a great idea for the trivia question and the prize, so you want to do that?
Okay. It's so funny actually because I can see myself like when it pans back and forth between us talking, I catch myself and all I'm doing is bringing out the Italian. I'm talking with my hands. All I see is flailing.
And she does sign.
I have the other side and the
Oh, that reminds me of something. Okay, we'll do the contest, and then I have something I wanted to mention.
Okay. All right. So, if you can name what episode the saying on my chest is from, then you will win this T-shirt. Not the one I'm wearing, because that would maybe kind of be gross, unless I was like Jensen or something.
She's giving you permission to look at her boobs, is what she's doing.
Attention to my chesticles, okay? Carrie knows that word well. So yeah, episode that the saying came from, and who said it, then you will win this T-shirt, and I will send it to you by our friendly Canadian post.
That likes to go through your mail and not mail it, right?
Well,
not that I'm trying to scare anybody.
Yeah. Carrie knows what I'm
No, we just had issues with customs on the way back from Vegas.
ever to get these shirts back. Like they were like, I'm surprised like they weren't destroyed or something. Like they didn't like put them in water to see like if cocaine would come out of them or something. Maybe. Yeah, but it took a while to get these puppies back, and Carrie has been graciously waiting a while for them. So anyway. So if you can name the episode, this shirt minus me is all yours.
And for those of us who are, may not be able to read it, I can see it clearly, but I don't know the quality of other people's monitors. It says, "There ain't no me if there ain't no you." Name that episode. Oh, look, she's putting her boobs up against the cam now. See what we brought out in her? Oh, goodness. I feel like I need to go run and find a dollar bill or something. What the hell? So with the oh my god. Okay, I needed that. Damn. Okay. On the hand thing, it reminded me horribly that I have a I'm sorry. I have a follower on Twitter, and forgive me, I do not have the Twitter handy. Well, I kind of do, but it'll take me a while to find her. But she pointed out to me the reason why she doesn't watch the show is because she needs captions. She's hearing impaired and needs captions. And me, the mother of a daughter who is deaf, why didn't I think of that, right? So what I'm putting out there is I would really appreciate a volunteer, because apparently there is a facility within YouTube, because once you watch the show live, it gets saved to my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel, through me, I mean, you would be able to add captions. So I need a volunteer who would be willing to do that for me, and I could pay you in a piece of jewelry per episode.
That's funny because way back, because I'm aging myself now, I used to be pretty skilled in sign language. Part of our graduation ceremony was we did a whole song in sign language as a thank you to our parents
Oh,
for
wow.
through those years. So we were literally, because I went to Catholic school, so our ceremony was in church, and we literally turned around in the pews and we signed our thank you to the song. It was The Rose. It was
Oh,
yeah,
I sing that song like every graduation I've ever done. But doing it in sign language, that's incredible. That must have been beautiful to see.
my cousin Kathleen, she's fully schooled in sign language. She went to university for it and everything. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I could see if she's available. But yeah,
Hey, yeah, I mean, if what I'm looking for is someone who has time to go in and just literally type out everything we're saying. What we would want to do is, start with the episodes that had, guests, like this episode, or the episode with Lauren Tom, or Brianna, or Nikki, or um,
okay.
other people the Winchester Bros, those would be the shows I would really like to hone in on and get some captions going. The one where you grilled me was pretty amusing. So, how's it feel now?
Yeah, my cherry's feeling pretty good. Yeah, it's really, yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. Yeah.
You good? Recovering? Um, so for anybody who would like to volunteer, just email me. I'm going to put my email address here, and we will discuss the terms. It would be a tremendous help, and maybe we could. It was just like are you kidding that I didn't even think of that? My daughter's deaf, and I didn't even think of that. We have captions on the TV. We have captions on everything she watches all the time, and I'm like,
You know
yeah.
why? Because this is not Mom's world. This is Jody's world. So you've separated yourself. You've removed yourself from that. Even though she may pop in here and there, you're totally in a different mode. You're not in mom mode. So
That's true.
your defense. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in this mode. This is where I.
To let everybody
So,
know, sorry, to give myself a shameless plug here, that I don't just base my designs around supernatural, like you were saying before, Jody, that I will, give you custom designs, and I'm also coming up with other designs of my own, in between, being a mom and having a full-time job that runs ridiculous hours. Yeah, I'm trying my best to sort of make this little dream of mine come true, and I appreciate everybody's support in what I've done so far. And it was great meeting all those people in Vegas for my first con. That was my first con where I broke out the goods. So
yeah, and the reaction was amazing too. I mean, people were really, really loving the shirts. And
comments like, "Oh my God, your shirts are so much nicer than the other ones."
yes, because they're different. You're not just cranking out images of the boys' faces a million different ways. You're taking things that resonate to people, and and you're honing it. You know exactly what to hone in on that's going to speak to the fans. But it's deeper than that too, because these are things that resonate with you, and that's of course why you took the time to design it.
And because of my experience with cliffhangers, bodyguard for G&J, I've been privileged to talk to people who have told me that the show has literally saved their lives, and because of that experience, I have a shirt that says "Supernatural saved my life," and my shirts have, what is it called? The feels. My shirts are produced by the
Yes.
feels.
Your shirts cause the feels to come out.
Yeah. So it's not just, making a buck and pumping things out like some people do. And I'm not trying to knock anybody either, but it's just I'm letting you know where mine are coming from. So
Exactly. Exactly. And can we repeat? I'm going to repeat your Etsy shop address. So it's www.chickie&bean.com.
that's it. Yep, and it's Chicke with IE, not Y.
Yep, that's what I've got. And the and is spelled out, A-N-D. And your Twitter handle is at ampersand.
Yep.
Okay.
No, actually, it's spelled out Chicke and Bean.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up now.
What am I say?
I'm gonna go look you up.
I'm gonna read it out to
Yeah, it is written out. My bad. Okay. Chickie and Bean.
Chicke
Ah.
Yeah.
And is your Facebook page up and running yet for it, or?
It's been running for a while, except I find that I'm more social on Twitter, and that's Twitter. Yeah, not even Instagram, just Twitter. Facebook is there, Instagram is there, but I find I'm more active on Twitter. Yeah.
What you could do is when you go on Instagram, it's like you can feed it to everything else. So you're just doing something once and then feeding it out into the different social medias, which I do sometimes. I have to remind myself to do it.
Yeah. I've got to do that. I've got to get my shit together. So, yeah.
Get your shit done.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Get her done. Yeah.
Do we have someone who can answer the freaking question out there? Come on. Where is There Ain't No Me If There Ain't No You from? Name that episode. And even if you've already won, you're allowed to answer.
Because never mind, I'm not gonna say it.
Because
You can.
Because
Carrie,
do.
Manila's the winner.
While we're waiting for someone to answer,
I'm gonna.
I want to put it out there for Shannon that Shannon has had incredible experience for I don't even know how many years now. The cliffhanger designs that you had done for Cliff were so incredibly successful, and you've carried that through and then some into what you're doing now. And I think everybody would be very, very pleased to see where you're taking your journey. So I just want to tell everybody to please, 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 check out Shannon's work, Chicke and Bean on Twitter, and I put in the address chickeandbean.etsy.com. For Etsy, you will see all of her shirts, and she does promotions once in a while too, and sometimes we do some joint promotions together, and we're getting a latest care package ready, and we'll be announcing that soon. And I also wanted to remind y'all to do the Rock the Monkey campaign, and I'm going to put the hashtag here in the chat window. It's Rock the Monkey, and all proceeds from the Rock the Monkey campaign are getting donated to random acts. So anything you buy from the Rock the Monkey campaign, which is in my Etsy shop, 100% of that money that you put in my Etsy account are going to random acts to support the wonderful work that they do. And we still don't have an answer. Manila wrote, "Oh geez, I'm completely distracted trying to find out how to caption YouTube videos." If you go on YouTube, well, you know what, we can talk offline about that, Manila. If you think that's something that you are definitely interested in helping me do, email me. I put my email address in the chat window, eldrin@yahoo.com, so email me and I'll give you the specifics. And if it's something that you think that you could do or give a shot, even if it's just for one episode, and we'll work that out offline. Carrie wrote, "I think I'm going to like it here." Is that the episode? I have to. I thought it was something else. Hold on. We gotta. I gotta IMDb this bitch. Hold on. Okay. No, that's not the right way to go because that doesn't give me my answer.
You funny.
Actually, story of my life. That's a huge defense mechanism. The funnier I get, the more fucked up you know I am.
I'm not gonna say anything.
She's not going to say that she agrees 1,000%. What episode? Damn it. Okay, that doesn't help me. So even if you guys wanted to cheat, it's not easy. Look at that. There's a bunch of shit on Pinterest, but that doesn't help me. Okay, Manila's saying she thinks that she knows who said it, just not the episode. And Carrie says, what?
No, sorry, I was disagreeing. Okay.
Carrie said, I thought it was the beginning of season 9. You are absolutely right. And who wrote, I think I'm going to like it here, or whatever it was. I think I'm going to like it here. Whoever wrote that, yeah, Carrie, yes, that's exactly it. I think I'm going to like it here. Carrie, you know what? Just move the fuck in with us, okay? Carrie is the trivia ninja. We love you. Congrats, Carrie. You have won the There Ain't No Me If There Ain't No You.
No, the shirt's going to go to Manila because Carrie's already getting the shirt.
Okay. So
if you could email Jody all of your, your deets and stuff like that, then I'll be sending you the shirt.
Okay, so Manila, you got a shirt. Carrie, because I still owe you 2 things, I will throw in a 3rd thing to, number 1, make up for being so damn slow and sending you the first 2 things, and also to make up for, a consolation prize for tonight, because you did get the answer right as well. So, yeah, that worked out. And it wasn't awkward at all.
I tell you to shut up.
My meds are kicking in. Can you tell? Oh, wow, wait.
Yeah, we're like way over time.
We are way over time. We are 8 minutes over time. And I am so appreciative that you have hung out with us for 1 hour and 8 minutes and that you've tolerated me for that long without a break. You didn't need a Jody break. Okay, well, are there any last words you want to share to the world?
Only that I appreciate the support I've been given, especially from you, and getting my name out there within the community. Your constant plugs. I'm sure people are tired of hearing, "Oh, my friend Chickie and Bean." But yes, I appreciate it and you very much. I appreciate the support and the followers that I have gotten over the last couple of months, and I just want to say thank you, and keep watching. I'll have new designs. We're gonna have the latest care package come out, and that's about it. Yeah, really. Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you. Everybody follow Shannon on Twitter at Chickie&bean, and chickeandbean.etsy.com is where you can find her amazing shirts. Raven has come to say the final bye-bye. Can you say the final bye-bye?
Bye.
Thank y'all. Have a good night. Talk to you later.
I have the accent.